Hi everyone, it's Amy from Tailor Studio. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a fisherman's rib increase, or a fry as I abbreviate them to in my pattern. This here is the Maybury cardigan, and you can see the increases are really quite a feature in this cardigan. I really love the way they look. They kind of remind me of the veins on a leaf. I just think they're really beautiful. So let's see how they're done. So I've got my nice chunky swatch here so I can show you clearly what I'm doing. We are just going to work regular fisherman's rib up until the stitch where we want our increase. So we are going to increase here in this knit stitch. All the increases are always worked in a knit one below rather than the purl stitches. So we'll get to that stitch and then we will work our increase. So I've worked up to the stitch where we want to do our increase. And every time we do a fisherman's rib increase, we're actually increasing by 2 stitches. That is so that we can stay on track with our knit 1, purl 1 repeat. If we only increased by 1 stitch, we'd throw that repeat off balance and we wouldn't be able to carry on seamlessly with our ribbing. So we're going to increase by 2 stitches into this one knit 1 below stitch here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to knit 1 below as normal. But then before I take this off the needle, I'm going to bring the yarn forward, like a yarn over. So literally just bringing the yarn to the front. And then I'm going to knit 1 below again into the same place. So I'm going back into that stitch below the live stitch, kept my yarn at the front, and then I'm just going to knit that one. So what I have done there is I have created 2 extra stitches, one from the yarn over by bringing the yarn to the front, and one from that second knit 1 below. So that is how you work a fisherman's rib increase. And I'm going to do the same thing again a few stitches away, just so that you can see that process again. So I'm going to increase into this one here. So I'm going to knit 1 below. I'm not going to slide that off the needle. Then I'm going to bring my yarn to the front, and then I'm going to knit 1 below in exactly the same place. And so now 1 stitch has become 3 stitches again. So I'm just going to work to the end of the row in fisherman's rib, and then I will show you what we need to do on the row that follows, which would be a wrong side row. So on the reverse row, they're quite obvious. They stand out quite clearly. So what we're going to do is we're going to get to that point, and then we're going to purl 1, because the first stitch is a purl, knit 1, purl 1. So we're not going to try and knit this one below into that hole. We're just going to knit that stitch as normal. So purl 1, knit this one, purl 1. And then we can go back to our regular fisherman's rib until the next increase. So that's it here. You can tell as soon as you come across it. So we're going to purl this stitch, then we're just going to knit that one instead of that big hole underneath it. Purl 1, and then we'll work in regular fisherman's rib to the end of the row. And then after this point, you can just work those stitches as if it had never happened. Essentially, you just take them seamlessly into your fisherman's rib repeat. So now we finished that wrong side row, and we're back on the right side, and you can see where the increase has started to create that kind of leaf vein effect. So where you had 1 stitch, you've now got 3, and it's kind of going off like this, and it is just such a pretty technique. So that's how you work your fisherman's rib increase. I hope this was helpful, and happy knitting.